Are you single? Are you slurping up that spit I'm flapping? I drink about 4 glasses of that a day. Hidden passion / skill. What'd that dumpy be like though? I think that was raw egg. Hi, my name is Kieran. 1 million. That's how many times the world has bore witness to me. Probably against their will. There's only 5 cities in all of Canada that have a population above that. I don't know how to start this video. Welcome to the Baking Q&A 1 million view special. Potentially episode 2 of Kieran's Kitchen? I think we have a series on our hands. I'm gonna bake a loaf of cinnamon bread. It's a recipe that I really like and my family really likes. So I'm gonna eat all of this raw and then regurgitate it and it'll be cooked and good. And I'm also gonna be answering some of your questions. I got a lot more questions than I was expecting. I have 6 pages in a Google Doc here, so let's get at it. I always just need a slightly bigger table for everything I do ever. You can't play board games on this. I can't have the boys over. How am I gonna get honeys to the crib with a table like this? Our first slew of questions comes from GG Parsley, longtime channel fan. Favorite game you've played on the channel? That's tough because there's so many good ones. I would have to say probably Half Sword. It feeds my autism with its historical accuracy. It feeds my ego with views. And it fulfills my bloodlust with gore. You know what's not to love? Can't put the flour away because I'm done with it. The next one is favorite game you'd never play on the channel. That would be Mountain Blade, either Warband or Bannerlord. I really love those games. I love RPGs. I love grindy type games. Did I not bring, where's my tablespoon? I love those types of games. They're really satisfying to me. I like games where you can kind of make your own story. Obviously the medieval aspects of it, it's also very good. I don't know which one I like more between the two of them. They both have their own kinds of advantages. There you are, my love. But yeah, I could never play that on the channel just because those types of games, those grind games, you would have to be playing for like hours and hours. I'd be playing like 4-hour sessions just to make like a 15-minute video. It is powder, right? Yeah, and I just don't have the time for that. Into the cupboard you go. I guess it's not fair to say I would never play it on the channel. I would totally live stream it. I think that's a good game for live streaming. But as far as recordings and my style of recording and sort of how my workflow operates on those, it's just not feasible for me to be recording and editing those all on my own. I would need an extra pair of hands, which I'm not there yet. So you may see it one day on the channel, but it's not for a while. And not in a regular video. Give me $2,000? Sure. No? Oh, how about 12? No. Cobalt the Dragon asks, are you single? I mean... Everyone's favorite game dev Volt came through with a bunch of very interesting questions. What motivates you to keep the channel going even though you don't get a lot of views? Honey, I get that view though. There's a lot of things that go into it. I've been doing this for over 5 years now, seeing moderate amounts of growth and success, but I'm still not pulling in those fat stacks of viewers. Oh, whoops. There's a couple things that go into it, a decision like this. I would say the first and biggest thing is that I really feel like this is what God is calling me to do. Trigger warning, I'm Christian. I just really feel like this is what God is calling me to do. This is where he wants me, at least right now, and has for the last few years and has since I was a teenager. So even on the days when I don't feel like it, it's not really my choice. The big fella said to, so I got to. The other thing is that I haven't had any creative endeavors that have really satisfied me over the years. Putting the salt in discipline because he's been a salty boy. I have lots of passions and lots of creative undertakings and projects and stuff that I enjoy, but there's nothing that's given me the sense of satisfaction and pride that doing YouTube gives me. And just, you know, being creative, telling jokes, making people laugh and smile. And this is one of my preferred creative endeavors, I guess, at least as far as like a career is concerned. 5 tablespoons of butter. Fun fact, when I first started baking, I didn't know that the butter had like measurements on it, so I just took out like a brick of butter and I scooped out with great difficulty a tablespoon out of a block of butter. I was a silly young man once. The other biggest thing that I kind of touched on just there is that gaming YouTubers specifically they've helped me through a lot of difficult times in my life, you know? Just by existing and providing me with some respite and helping me, take the edge off of life, basically. And that's the main goal of my channel, is I just want to make people laugh every day. I want people to be able to come to my channel and at least have one good thing going in their life, one little thing to look forward to, one little respite to find rest. I want to be a place where people can just come, relax. The troubles of the world are not in this computer. I just want to be that same help for other people that other people have been for me. Without people doing what I'm doing right now on YouTube, just existing, there's an argument to be made that I wouldn't be here today. So that's the other reason that I keep going, is because I want to make sure that I'm able to show up for people that might need me, or just need someone like me to be doing something like this to help them through whatever difficult situations they're going through. Butter's not going in timeout because the fridge is so far away. Any future plans for the channel? I'm wanting to do more IRL content, kind of like this. IRL videos, doing maybe story time type stuff. Ooh, more stuff where you can see me below the nipple, but not that far, you know what I mean? Sugar gets timed out because I need it later. And maybe get a little more experimental, try some new art forms, new styles. I'm kind of into sketch comedy at the moment, so I might try my hand at that. It's interesting because there's so much stuff that I wanted to try while I was working at my old office job, where I was like, I want to do this, but I physically don't have any time in the day. And then as soon as I left the office job, I was like, man, I just want to settle into good old gaming for a while and just relax a little bit, be able to do YouTube and have a sleep schedule. So now that I've been away from that for a while, I do have a new job that I like, that pays the bills. So now I'm thinking I can have a little more fun with it, Get wild, get wacky, dare I say, quirked up. Brown sugar gets put into the prison. How do you select the games you make videos on? And in the case of polls, how do you select what goes on the poll? Picking a game to do videos on, it used to be kind of just I need to find anything to play. I've been getting a little more selective with it recently. Basically, I just think, would this game make for a good video? And then on top of that, could I make a good video out of it? Because sometimes there are games where it's this would be fun to play, I would enjoy this, but it wouldn't make for a good video at all. Or there's stuff that's this would make a good video for a different YouTuber, it's not something that I feel like I can really make something good with. Though to the opposite point of that, I do consider that part of my responsibility as a YouTuber is that it doesn't matter what the video topic is, I should be able to make it interesting no matter what, or make it fun or just engaging in some fashion. But still, so why make it harder on myself? And of course I also think is there an audience for this? Do people want to see this? Are people fiending for this? I'm not coming to kiss you, I just need a spoon. I try to balance the things that I want to do the most with things that people want to see, and ideally those two things overlap, and oftentimes they do, which is nice. As to how I decide what games go on the Patreon polls, it's kind of the same thing. I try to balance games that I'm really interested in playing, games that I think people want to see me play, and games that people have suggested to me. I know a lot of my patrons, they became patrons because of some of my boomer shooter videos, old Doom and all that sort of stuff. So I try to make sure that I'm incorporating those kinds of games in the polls, just so the people that are paying, I don't want to make sure that they're getting good stuff because they're paying for it, Spoot the cream, slap cream. Oh no, I creamed everywhere. I soured. I love sour cream. Oh, that's so bad to eat raw. Well, not raw, but straight. I hate eating sour cream straight. I'd much prefer to eat it gaily. Sour cream goes with the butter because the fridge is yet still so far away. I am looking into how I can make some kind of public forum for people to drop suggestions. I think I'll make a post on Patreon just to be the dedicated suggestions place where I'll draw Patreon votes in the future. I'm trying to do some lists that are all older games, some lists that are all newer games, but I don't really have it down to a science yet, so I'm gonna still be troubleshooting to try and figure out a more legitimate way to do it, because I don't like it being as arbitrary as it currently feels like it is. I want it to be much more meaningful and well thought out. I always listen when people give me game suggestions. I don't always remember. That's the big thing with me, is I'm a real good listener. I'm a terrible rememberer. And then I write things down and then I lose the list that I wrote it on. So yeah, as it stands, there's not that much of a process, but I'm gonna start trying to nail that down pretty quick here, because I don't know, people are paying for the privilege of the polls, so I need to be putting in like actual concerted effort into making it worth it. You're paying $1, I want it to be worth 20. You know what I mean? But then you'll always still just pay the $1. You get what, you picking up? Are you slurping up that spit I'm flapping? The last question's, what is your day job? I am a video editor for the GREGBRODUDEMAN YouTube channel. Check him out, he's real sweet, tell him I sent you. Where are you from? Calgary. What's your bank card number? So my bank card. What are we talking about? Next one comes from Gennon Miles. Hi Miles. Love you, bro. What's the scariest movie you've ever watched? I don't watch spooky. I don't generally enjoy being scared. Life already terrifies me enough. I think that was raw egg. Probably Hereditary. That's really the only horror movie I've seen. I've seen Scream, but that wasn't scary. That was just charming. Hereditary though, fantastic movie. Really love that movie. He also asks, what's the scariest game you've played? This is powdered milk. I have powdered milk so that it doesn't expire. Scariest game, I think Nun Massacre is the only game that was too scary for me to finish on the channel. My pair has sufficiently grown since then, so maybe it's worth revisiting. But yeah, no, that would just freak me out so much. I don't know why. It was just, I'm a wimp and it's scary. What can I tell you? Next question comes from Kyla. My oldest sister, Kyla. She says, do you know I love you? Yeah. Who wouldn't? Next question is my other sister, the middle child, Kenzie. She asks, why is your sister the coolest person you know? Because she told me so. Is that mixed up? Any powder milk in there? Any chewables for the boy? Any snacks? No? Okay. The milk bowl goes by the powdered milk because the mixer cord is blocking my way. Oh, that's what we were talking about. My bank card number. So my bank card number is... I think that looks good. What was I talking about? This next one, we have a fat stack of questions from Taste of Kino. Top 5 favorite foods, non-dessert. Poutine, burger, waffles are pretty neat. Applewood smoked pork tenderloin with applesauce on it. Little Caesars deep dish barbecue pizza. The mixing ones go in the bowl, because the sink is also so far away. Real quick, can we get a shout out for hydrophobic powders? Gotta be one of my favorite genders. Look at this, spatula goes in through the top, comes out. Oh look, is it dry, methinks? The mixer goes back in her little discipline hole because she is a naughty girl. Top 5 favorite desserts. Probably like chocolate cake, chocolate chip cookies. I like chocolate, I'm a chocoholic. Most forms of ice cream. Little Caesars cinnamon bites are pretty phenomenally good. And my mom's pull-apart cake, which we usually have as breakfast for Christmas, but I need to shout out my day ones. Top 5 favorite snacks. Corn nuts, plain nacho chips, fruit platters, veggie platters, regret. Popcorn's also nice, cost effective if you just buy raw kernel. This is the part where it says not to over mix, but I never know when it's under or over mixed. And she says like under a minute or so, but like with what intensity and vigor? This seems just combined, so I imagine this is okay. Top 5 favorite drinks. Root beer, vanilla root beer, cherry root beer, Barg's root beer, and the grease you get when you microwave cheddar cheese. I drink about 4 glasses of that a day. Do you have to shake this? I don't know. I just treat it like any aerosol. Oily Pamela goes with the others. She knows why. Favorite alcoholic beverage? Carbonated rubbing alcohol. Oh, my gloop. Oh, my gloop. Oh, baby, here comes the gloop. Gloop City. Dream car or vehicle? Any key car. I really like key cars. They're so impractical for Canadian roads, but I love them so dearly. Just a little more gloop to finish the glooping. Gloop, gloop. Dream city to live in, or if you prefer rural life, then state, country, region, i.e. rural New Zealand or a Nordic fjord. I've always thought it'd be really cool to live in like Canmore or something. That's a place in Alberta that's really beautiful. Banff also, but you have to work in Banff for Banff in order to live in Banff. So Canmore would be the next best thing. It's all wooded areas and it's all like rustic. I don't know, it's just, it really appeals to me. But I also love the idea of having just a cabin in the woods, even outside of a scenic area. There's a certain level of difficulty that if you put up with in life, it makes life more enjoyable. Like there's an upper limit to where it just becomes too difficult. But I don't know, I really like the idea of like chopping wood and cooking over a fire and stuff, and I don't know, it would be really cool. My ultimate dream is a castle, but like that's slightly less achievable. Name of your best friend. It's either Greg or Gregory, depending on the day. Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde situation. Oh, and I need the teaspoon. Yeah, I need the teaspoon. It's got vanilla in it. This is better than going to the sink. It really is. The sugar goes back with its kind. Keep to your own, sir. Name of your worst enemy. I don't have enemies. I have unmarked graves. Best friend from high school's name? His name was Daniel. We were in the choir together. We both sang tenor. He was a really fun guy to be around. I love him dearly. He flies helicopters now. It's really cool. I'm very proud of him. He's done very well for himself. I hope he happens to fly overhead sometime. I'd love to catch up with the boy. Worst high school enemy? Myself. Funny / tragic stories from high school. I'll tell you a funny. So this is the best compliment I've ever received. I was at a Christmas party with some choir kids, so you know we was getting crunk. And everybody was talking. We were talking about the recent talent show, which I was in. And I performed a song that I wrote, Cold Eyes. You can listen to it on Spotify. I performed that song to great success. People loved it. I was swimming in adoration from the two girls that came up after the performance to say, hey, good job. And one of the guys there, Andy, very funny guy, when we were talking about my performance, he says, did you guys hear that sound when Kieran started singing? That was the sound of panties hitting the floor. And I've been chasing that high ever since. A little bit of sugar for my splooge. Favorite school subject, most hated school subject. Favorite was probably choir. It demanded the least of me, and it was a respite in a very dark time in my life. Least favorite was science. I only took it to 11th grade because I didn't need to take it in 12th grade to graduate. In the grand scheme of my life, my least favorite subject is math. I think I have a learning disability. I haven't been diagnosed, so I'm not going to say that I do have one, but I feel like I struggle more than most people. Specifically in math, I learned you can actually have specific learning disabilities, but I took the lowest level math in my high school, so it was kind of a breeze. I got to feel smart once a day, which I'd never had in math before, so I liked it. It was fun. We learned about mortgages and taxes and how to accurately estimate the depreciation of a vehicle when you buy it used. My diploma exam was a single two-sided sheet of paper. I lived a good life. Ooh, my oven's in heat. Hidden passion / skill outside of YouTube that you haven't spoken about, like maybe you secretly love to crochet. I've never crocheted, though I would love to. I don't know. I'm kind of an open book, and I'd kind of talk about a lot of things. I don't know if there's anything that I really haven't talked about online, publicly, in a video, wherever. If you're new to the channel, you might not know that I sing. I am a bit of a multi-instrumentalist. I sing song as well. You can listen to me on Spotify if you wanna. I'm also a writer. I've had the privilege of working with a couple indie games. I've shown them on the channel before. I'm working on some, bigger novel-sized projects on my own, which, it's not a career thing, but it's a passion of mine, which I do enjoy. I love a good writing sesh. My medieval history obsession does go beyond just video games and stuff like that. I do take the study of medieval history really quite seriously. I couldn't explain to you why, but man, I am so passionate about medieval history. I just absolutely love it. I would love one day, after I have a career, to pursue and achieve a PhD related to medieval history. I think that would be a really cool thing to have, because I want to know that much, I want to be an expert in the field. I don't just want to be a lay scholar. I want to be a lay baller. Ego linguam latinam discit. Disco. I'm learning Latin. I'm not good at it yet, but it's a very fun language to learn. Kind of feeds into my overall love of history. I don't know if I've talked about that one actually, so that one might be new. All right, what do you guys think? Huh? You want to eat it now, don't you? Well, you can't, because you'd get salmonella and die and poop yourself and die. You're supposed to bake it for 45 to 50. I don't think my oven is sealing properly. I baked one for an hour last time, and it came out a little bit dry. So I'm gonna shoot for 55 minutes and see if I can get that sweet middle ground, because it keeps getting underbaked. And it's not the recipe's fault. The link's in the description if you want to see the recipe. It's not the recipe's fault, and I've tried a lot of things to see if it was my fault, and it doesn't seem to be. I think it's you. All right, let's pop this sucker open. Yeah, that's what I need in a nice hot summer day. Ooh. Next question while I clean my area a little bit. Did you start off editing other YouTubers' videos, or did you just do exhaustive research and practice? You came out the gate with exceptionally high quality. Thank you. I grew up watching gaming channels. Like I said before, it's been a big part of my life. As long as people have been posting them, essentially, I've been watching them. So when it finally came time for me to be doing my own, I should be looking at you. So when it finally came time for me to be doing my own, I had a pretty good understanding of what exactly I wanted my videos to look and feel like editing-wise. Cinnamon's not allowed with the others because he is challenged. Additionally, how are you so darn pretty? I'm sure I don't know what you mean. Kieran later today is gonna kill me for leaving all this stuff for him to wash. He just dang did the washing last night. Don't come to my house. You'll know.
And Vanilla's basic air goes back in the cupboard.
Here, while we're waiting for that, let me bring you in a little closer here so we can get talking all intimate. Hope you don't mind I sit down and we can have our chat. Good to rest the old legs. And we actually only have one question left. Coming from Horace Burnt the Roast. And then he asked this question. Everyone has asked very valid and interesting questions, so let me ask a real deep and meaningful one. What'd that dumpy be like, though? I suppose it's about time that I address this. I've actually been editing my butt in videos because it's too fat. It's too juicy. And I've been shrinking it in editing because I don't want people to feel intimidated or scared. I don't want people to develop an inferiority complex when faced with the apocalyptic revelation that is my magnanimous dumpy. I don't even have an office chair that I record in. I just glued that backrest to the back of all my shirts. I'm just sitting on my taint protectors like an exercise ball. You know, I can't even turn around too fast for fear of the property damage that I'll cause with my cake-based collisions. One time, last week, I was doing the hokey pokey, and when I turned myself around, there was no one left, just empty flesh husks. Any souls they once contained were booty blasted to oblivion. They didn't even scream. And you're telling me that's what it's all about? I digress. To appease your curiosity, I will, for once, one time, show my unedited fatty claps on camera. Just be warned, like looking into the face of an angel, mortal minds were never meant to comprehend my gluteus glory. Thank you. That was liberating. Oh, hey, the loaf's done. This is always the worst part.
It's so hot. It's so hot on my face, my little boy face.
It occurs to me I may have made a mistake in the recipe, just pulling it out now. Did I pour all the cinnamon sugar in and mix it around and not put any on top? Because I'm supposed to put it on top as well. Potentially a slip up, but hey, that don't look too bad at all, does it? Who knows, maybe I'll like this better. Turn the oven off, right? Yeah. Reaches 1 million views, immediately burns his house down. Take this, like this, for a second. Part it from the edges for just a moment. And if I could, just... You got nudged to the side at one point, hold on. That tin is still extremely hot, I shouldn't just leave that. Okay, flip it over. Ah, very warm indeed. Oh, there's a little burnt chip on here. I like that a lot. So this is great. I'm excited. This will be wonderful. I have recently started a diet. I know, terrible time. So I won't be able to eat any of this, but my family likes it, so I'll package it up. You know, I'll bring it out to them, it'll be good. But yeah, unfortunately, this is, you know, like a lactose intolerant cheese man. Well, thank you for joining me today. Guys, this is obviously a really huge milestone for me, and I'm really grateful for everybody that's been around, the new and the old, everybody sticking around. I'm very grateful, and I'm very glad that I'm in a place in my life where I'm able to do this. as much as I am. Thank you for baking with me today. I hope you enjoyed. If there's any questions that I missed or you have some more questions you want to ask me, leave them in the comments and I'll be happy to answer them now. Thank you guys for looking at me a million times. I'm so sorry. If you're new here, be sure to like, subscribe, and all of the goodies and such. Support me on Patreon if you feel so inclined, but regardless, hold on, I can be cute. I love you, and hope you have a wonderful day.